Hi.
Hello.
Now, where shall I sit? Ooh,
on the camera.
I'll sit over here for the time being. What's this? Okay, I'll put it back then.
Thanks for
It's the
you.
colour that got me. Right. What shall I do? Shall I do a thing?
I think we'll go straight into the questions, if that's okay.
Shall we? Go on then, let's go straight into the questions. There's one over there, I can see immediately. Oh, she said she didn't want to run too much this hour. Let's see how far we can make it go, yeah?
You'll do the best impression of Kenneth Williams I've ever heard in my life. Is it possible to hear it again?
Well, yes, of course. I've had so many years of practice with you. And I've managed to raise more third hour like this with you. And I'm like this, you see. So, no, yes, I have done here. Yes, mine's sort of alright, but I thought the bloke who did it in the film, I see the role he did, the acting, you know, full, proper acting job worth of the film. Did you see that film? What was it called again? It was all about Barbara Windsor and the whole carry-on, quite sort of dark side of it all. But if you did see that film, I thought the bloke who did that was very good. But no, I've enjoyed doing Kenneth Williams over the years. That's what I have to say. Let's march on, shall we? Somewhere else. Down there. Somewhere over there. Yeah. Oh.
With all your personalities and acting jobs, you obviously enjoy portraying different characters. Which characters do you enjoy portraying the most?
Well, I mean, doing impersonations is different than doing like proper characters. But I mean, why I didn't do impersonations, you know, seriously, really, after Spitting Image, was because there's sort of almost a non-satisfying side of it, you know, when you just do the voice and maybe the walk or something. You're not really properly doing the whole thing, so you can't, I don't think. Although obviously people like Alison McGowan and Rory Bremner do fantastic work, you know. I just thought I didn't want to get into proper sort of character stuff. So really, I mean, Rimmer and Britus are the two that I've become known for, and I guess they were sort of equally satisfying in completely different ways to do. I think Britus was more of a sort of bolt-on funny voice and funny walk sort of thing, whereas Rimmer was more a sort of internal thought of being a complete and utter tosser. So I always think the difference between Britus and Rimmer is Rimmer was always, I've probably said this before over the years, but I'll say it again. Rimmer was always told that he was really bad at everything, which makes you a sort of hideous sort of, I'm shit at everything, so hence, no matter how hard I try, I'm always going to be that way. And Britus was told that he was brilliant at everything. So he goes around sort of saying, I am superb at this night, totally confident, but turns out to be completely wrong, but gleeful about it, you know. So I don't know which way I'd rather be, really. I think, I mean, so I'd rather be, I hate to be both ways. I mean, to play the characters was great fun. In both sort of, hope that's answered the question if you can decipher all that. Right, let's have a one more over that side. Dying down somewhere.
Did you have fun shooting Tomb Raider? What was it like being in military?
That's interesting. So you're the first person usually. What was it like shooting Tomb Raider, and what was it like meeting Angelina Jolie? You know, but no, meeting Noah Taylor and working with him was great fun. Yeah, he's a top actor. You know, he sort of, and Angelina and maybe those two actually. Cause they're the two that I got to see, you know, work with most of the time. They, I suppose, showed me the difference between, you know, doing, without knocking the medium, sort of sitcom acting and, you know, acting for the big screen, you know. The problem is with doing a small role like Hillary, well, there's not too many long speeches, you can't sort of really get into it that much. But on the first day, it was all the director with all that pressure situation where I came in having to make a long walk where I had to sort of, you know, not go a millimetre either side of the track that I had to walk, and you know, get there and say a line, you know, all about 3 words in it, you know. Of course, every time I did it, the director sort of said, still, it's looking a bit big, you know. I sort of ended up thinking, you know, how much do I open my mouth here, and how much do I move my head, you know. Because I read Dwarf, you know, you say a line, you go in and you sort of suck it, you know what I mean? You sort of move your head, move your mouth, and whatever. But, you know, I was really told that the director was obsessed with keeping it small, you know. And then when I saw Angelina and Noah perform, it was like a classic thing. They were having a sort of private conversation. And, in fact, they were acting, you know, that's the sort of filming sort of way. So no, he was brilliant, you know. And he also said one very important thing, which outside we were waiting to do a scene. He saw us leading there reading his book, and he said, Chris, I think it's really important that I think I'd rather be an actor who does like a small role in lots of movies, as opposed to an actor or actress who does like big roles in every movie, because you get so much time to sit up here, read your book, and enjoy the sunshine. And that is a very good point, actually. And I had lots of time to swan about, you know, have chats with people, drink far too much coffee, and then suddenly you've got to go and work, you know. So, whereas if you're on there all the time, as I know from just the TVs, you know, British and Red Dwarf, you know, it is hard work if you're there all the time. So Noah's the top boy. Next. While we're there, and then we'll do a run to the middle. We haven't had anything yet, so one more from this side. Right in the middle, nice and awkward.
You still happily married.
I've sort of forgotten about the concept of marriage. We're kids now, and that is that's a new world altogether, you know. Which I'm not going to get heavily into at the moment, but yeah. But the thing about marriage with children, I'm sure there's lots of people out there who are married with children, is that the children do test the marriage. You know, you go to the highest of highs, and you go to the sort of occasionally the lowest of lows, but mainly the highs, fortunately. But I mean, the children just, you know, our little one's quite hyperactive, and I mean, I don't mean hyperactive is a condition. I don't mean that. I mean, he's just a very buoyant little chap, you know. Doesn't like sleeping, a bit like me. Always likes to do things, go a bit like me. So he can be a handful, and that does sort of test the marriage. But no, I'd be a bit of a bastard if I walked out now. So I've got no plans to do that. Well, I've got no plans to do that ever. Until I perch off my mortal coil.